Warning. The medical views expressed in this podcast are for entertainment purposes only and are not necessarily the opinions of medical professionals. They are the views of paranoid hypochondriacs, so if you actually have concerns, please see an actual doctor.
If you have
a
minor discomfort in your upper chest,
and you
immediately assume it's a cardiac arrest. Oh, doctor, please give me an answer. Got this pain in my left ball and I just know that it's cancer.
know that it's cancer.
Now all of our doctors are feeling harassed, so this is probably our last
Sounds like pneumonia.
Probably our last podcast.
All right, we've all shat
Yes, everyone shat
simultaneously.
all shat
Literally
together.
Yes, you did.
There's actually like
Admit it.
a group toilet where if you're like,
It's
you're
just
really,
on the back
really
It's a
anxious,
hypochondriac like circle toilet.
everyone just sits around like, oh yeah, man.
Everyone's filling each other's balls. Just like, it's just normal.
Man.
Can you
feel
believe?
that?
I just like to point out something for the listeners. It has gone from this amazingly intellectual conversation to feeling each other's ball on the tandem toilet, shitting. Going,
Tandem toilet.
Tandem
I
toilet.
like that. Yeah.
The tandem toilet. Yeah.
Okay, welcome to a new segment called Tandem Toilet.
Welcome to another segment.
If you have a big old toilet and three of your friends, you can take a poop together all till the end. Oh, doctor.
Shitting together.
I didn't even plan on saying anything. I was just like, hey, I want to.
Story of the
Oh, I'm going?
Yeah,
No,
let's
do
finish.
you
yeah,
have
go,
a story?
come on.
Okay, yeah.
And actually, this time I'm going to put some background music to it.
Ooh, this
Ooh,
is
lovely.
Nice music, isn't it?
Wow, interesting choice.
It works.
I could never imagine
You
it
know,
would be this cool.
skip it. I actually want the next track.
Ah,
Oh,
How about that one?
Okay,
Yeah.
that one's
this
that's
is the
actually
one.
just third time's a charm. So maybe the next one.
Okay, this last one.
Oh my
Sex.
god.
This is the one.
Sexy.
And
Wow.
isn't it amazing that that's how I... Sorry, back. I'll go back. Isn't that amazing that that's
So
how I'm
deep,
doing
so
that?
back.
Aren't I editing this one? Anyway,
So anyway, coronavirus on the hot heels of your first episode. It still is prevalent. It's growing more
Got
and more
something
by
to
the
tell
day.
us, Dustin?
Well, I
fuck
got
off.
it.
Fuck off.
See, am I about to leave the studio?
So, so I got sick at the end of January, as you all know. I got a cold, and I didn't know what the coronavirus was at the time. So when I had a big old party that was scheduled, and I had to cancel it for
I
everybody.
know.
And I was like, everybody was like, "Oh, hope it's not Corona, bro." And I was like, "What?" I grew up in a place near a city called Corona, so I was like, "What the heck is everybody talking about?" But anyways, I started to educate myself, learned about it, what its causes are, and I had this sickness for about 10, 12 days. I was still coughing and still sniffling. And I was
almost
like,
2 weeks is which is when they were like, something's really wrong.
yeah, something's really wrong. Exactly. So I looked up the symptoms, of course, and all of them, as most people know by now, are your cold symptoms, your regular stuff,
That's
with the
the-
fever.
I looked it
tossed
up
in.
too.
Until your lungs fill with shit.
One of the things was a tightness in the chest, and I was experiencing after the smaller birthday dinner that we had. By the way, my friend still took me out, and my best friend got surgical masks for everybody to wear at the
Can you
dinner.
go flash that
Which I-
picture?
Yeah, let's show the photo up here.
Which I genuinely wish I would have stolen some, because every time I'm now trying to buy surgical
know.
masks and they're sold out everywhere.
And now let's show a personal photo of Dustin. Just
Nope, we don't need that.
there it
It's
is.
there.
It's there.
Oh boy, look
Oh,
at it.
that's the
Alice Cooper. Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
So,
So anyways, after that night, it was a vegan restaurant. I was feeling some tightness in my stomach and chest, and I was like, oh God, the vegan cheese just must not have done something. But it it continued to feel tight in my chest. And I started
Is this the next night?
This is the next day.
Okay.
Yeah. And I started to go, oh my gosh, that's one of the symptoms. And I remember, I was like, I haven't had a fever, but I do remember feeling really hot that one night for no reason for a few seconds. And I was like, that could have been a fever.
was it like 30 seconds of coronavirus?
Yeah, that came and went really fast.
Damn.
So,
Isn't it funny how your mind connects everything? Like
Oh,
any
yeah.
little thing. Like when you read those symptoms, you'll go, if it says chapped lips, immediately they're like as
Lips are
dry as
chapped.
the
You're
Sahara.
like, there it is.
So
like that
anyways,
picture of SpongeBob when he's completely dry.
So I was like, God, I haven't been exposed to it. I haven't traveled to China. I haven't done any of this stuff. But then I remembered my girlfriend and I had started writing. My girlfriend. Did we catch you that on the mic?
Yeah, he got a girlfriend, guys.
Girlfriend! And then you and then you know this tightness of the chest was pursuing, and then you said just stop sitting on my.
Pursuing?
Yeah, it was like persisting, and then you were like, Rachel, stop sitting on my chest. It's really tight.
This tightness in my chest
Wasn't funny.
was getting. It was
such a
coming
terrible-
up close on me.
Wait, he's like, it feels like someone's sitting on my chest, and he's like, oh yeah, get
It's
off.
my girlfriend sitting on my chest. Was that what it was?
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
Bleep out her name too.
That's a good idea.
Actually.
What am I doing?
Bleep out her name.
Okay.
So anyways,
What's the second name?
What? Don't. Oh no. I'll say this, and I'll dynamically insert it. Rachel.
Okay.
great. Perfect.
Every time we say
Rachel.
it's gonna be that.
We started writing letters to each other because we're just really cute like that.
Yeah.
And I had gotten into calligraphy, so I got an oblique pen with some nibs. Do you know what this all is?
That sounded kind of sexual.
Are they Chinese?
You can
Got
go
no
into it.
Well,
pen
I had
with some
watched
nibs.
Little Women,
Little
and
woman.
I was like, I want to write like that.
Mm.
But I ordered this really fancy one that was like wood and marble, and it came with a little
It's
stand.
the Emma Watson set.
The Emma Watson Little Women,
Emma Watson
Set
nibs.
Official.
Yeah.
even though she wasn't the writer in it.
right.
Duh, Alex.
Oh my god!
I
It's
didn't
almost like
read.
you don't know what you're talking about.
So anyways,
I've not read.
so anyways, the pen.
We need to let him get on.
Ladies
I
Yeah,
hate,
let's
I hate how I
story.
pause for it. So the pen was from China, and
I knew you was gonna say something like that.
Christian just
I
spit
didn't.
Red Bull.
I just saw the aftermath of shit dripping down his shoulder.
I've never seen an actual spit take before in my life. Can we have a slow motion replay of that? Sorry, let's hear. This is a slow mo replay. Oh, my god.
gosh.
He goes. The pen was from China.
And the pen was from China.
So Christian's gone cleaning his face for a second. But anyways, and I remembered as I was writing a note to her, a letter to her, I had like put it in my mouth.
Oh.
I had chewed on the pen a little bit.
So on this side
Look
of
at
you.
this guy, covered in Red Bull.
You put it in your mouth.
I put it in my
I
mouth.
can see like the contra zoom on your face
And I
of
was
the
like,
remembering.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I called my doctor and I was like, hey, I just want to run through some symptoms with you and you tell me if I have to come in. And they're like, we have a special hotline for this. So they transfer me to people who are specifically dealing with corona. And I gave them my symptoms and the
Oh
guy.
my god, you spoke on the Corona hotline.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And that's that. And the guy immediately said, no, you don't have it. You're good. And
Wow.
just having whoever this person was on the phone say that out loud, I was like, oh.
They've been flooded with calls, so they just
Yeah, they just
they just
don't have
like transfer the calls to Chuck E. Cheese and Corona,
Yeah.
and it's just
No,
like,
you don't have
yeah,
it.
dude, you're fine.
No, you don't have it. Come to Chuck E. Cheese.
So anyways, I don't have it, but everything that happened in my world led me to believe that I did it for the time being.
Can you talk to us about where you were when you had the mask on your face? You sent us a photo with a
You
mask.
just
on
went to
your
the
face.
doctor for.
Oh, I was in the doctor for the chest thing still.
Right.
Because I was like, well, I may not have it, but this thing still is existing in my
I think
body.
I have a photo of that.
Yeah. And so what? So but that day just literally just was there no reason for it?
Yeah, they said, it said it could be heartburn, could be new foods. I have been cooking a lot, so I've been eating a lot of new food.
That
I like how
HelloFresh
you-
stuff.
The HelloFresh.
I like how you say like.
Please sponsor us.
I like how you said that all confidently, but you were saying it might have resulted in like a tight
But it,
chest.
but it also made me feel horrible.
You want a tight chest? Come to my place.
So that's, there you go.
I've been
Cool.
concerned about this
you.
coronavirus thing. Well, a little bit, not as much as I usually
get
would
the
be about stuff
Yes.
like this.
Yeah.
Like I'm not too concerned yet.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's an epidemic now, though.
But now
He's
I'm
always
thinking,
got food in
I
his mouth.
I do think about he's got shit in his mouth.
Always.
The other day I was at Starbucks and reading or doing work, and
Well, which one was it?
It was both.
Oh.
I don't remember. But this older gentleman was sitting next to me.
Chinese.
Not Chinese.
Okay.
But, you know, it's just one of my biggest pet peeves, and I think you guys know this, is people, you know, coughing out into the open, not covering their sneeze.
Yeah.
Not covering
Awful.
their coughs, not covering their sneezes, and they're letting their kids do it too.
Oh, the
Oh.
kids.
Like they just walk up and the kid's like,
Yeah.
like,
I
you
went
know.
to Disney with Al, and it was amazing. I wish I was recording for most of the time because he would wince. Someone would cough or sneeze next to
You
me.
talked about
It's
this.
the
on that
patience.
episode.
I'm a pretty patient person, but like when that kind of stuff happens, you know, I you can almost visualize like the patience meter going down 25% each
Chips away,
each
yeah.
instance.
Yeah.
And this guy, you know, seated pretty close to me, was like coughing up the plague next to me, doing like. I'm like, dude, why are you in public right now? And then he did something like coughed and or sneezed, and I felt a little
No.
moisture on my hand, and and I said, "Am I imagining this? Like,
Am I imagining this?
am I imagining this?
Am
'Cause
I
this guy,
imagining
this guy's
this?
You know,
pissing
like,
me off."
Alex's hand just starts to dissolve
Yeah.
and deteriorate in front of
Yeah,
him.
it's like Professor Quirrell in the Harry Potter thing. He's like,
I had to take a lift back, and it was quite far from like Santa Clarita, and the guy picked me up.
It's a long lift.
Yeah, and he I don't want to be mean, but like if I say the word Jabba the Hutt.
Wow. Wow. So,
He's
okay,
just starting it out
great,
with an
great
insult.
sentence. Yeah. I don't want to be mean, but
I
I'll
don't wanna
say,
be
first of
mean,
all,
but
I'd
you
just
look
like to
like
point
a-
out, I'll say the word.
I don't want to
Jabba
be
the
mean,
Hutt.
but you look like a space
Good,
slug.
yeah, good word. Yeah, I don't want to be mean, but you look like a fucking
Anyway.
ginormous, overweight.
Let me tell you.
Space
So anyway,
slug.
so he had tissues. He had
It's not mean.
He had tissues all over the front seat.
Used?
Yeah, they look used, and
It's a long
For what?
drive.
and he honestly couldn't fit in his seat, and he.
Princess Leia in the back seat.
But it was one of those cars where you couldn't.
Good.
You couldn't. It didn't look like there was a handle to the
steer.
back door, so I like tried to open the front door. He said, "You might want to sit in the back because you know there's more room back there." And I was
Oh,
like,
did he have to lean the seat forward?
No, it was a hidden handle. I just thought I would note that. Got in the car.
Yeah, we
and
needed that.
He's constantly like he was driving with like one hand, and he's got like chips on his like.
Jabba the Hutt stomach.
I'm smelling someone's burp right now.
Yeah,
by the
yeah.
way. Did someone burp?
Oh no, I thought it was just
Oh,
a
yeah,
story.
I did.
I just smell like old food,
I did, but that's actually Welch's fruit snacks. But
dude.
More
What
like
did you eat?
Belch's fruit snacks.
Hey.
This is
So-
that's awful.
wow, we don't even need a sound effect. Thank you, Jonah.
So, but
because I
anyway.
did do a silent burp. It's
I,
a podcast, but that's great, Jonah.
He was literally going like this, like he was sneezing and then going. As he was
Dude,
driving,
I would
and at one
drop
point,
and roll.
on one
out
point
of
on the
car.
freeway, at one point on the freeway, I couldn't open my window by the way. And
Ah.
At one point on the freeway, literally his car swerved because of how much he was.
Dude,
He's like wheezing, and I thought for a second he'd
fuck
stopped,
that.
and then he was like, and I was like, fucking. I just was waiting for him to take an intake of breath, and then he was like, and I was like, fuck me, and then I was just he felt it was
Awful.
really.
I wouldn't be
sick.
doing this. Like, in the
Yeah,
back
I
of the
know.
car the
It
whole
was
time.
so.
I dated a girl once who had to roll down the window every time we coughed or sneezed in the car.
Wow.
Yeah,
But I get it.
yeah, I
Yeah.
get that.
I bringing it back to the coronavirus.
I dated a girl once.
Great timing, Alex. But bringing it back to the coronavirus, I was saying about, you know, even if you had a mask on, let's say, and you were in a car with someone with coronavirus, I read that those surgical masks
Mhm.
aren't really going to save
Yeah.
you.
It's
Like,
not airborne.
it's-
We've
it's-
spoke about this.
No, but
They don't
They
know.
don't even know.
They don't even know.
It can. They. You know, the point is that the only mask that can help is one of those hardcore legitimate. They're called N95 masks, and they're one of those glass masks with the two
Oh,
respirators.
the hazmat
Oh.
mask.
Like, that's the only one
Just
that's
walk
actually going
around
to protect.
Disneyland.
It'd be
Yeah.
cool in that.
I mean, you would, but I'm sure it's like I actually was reading on an article the other day that people have to be like have a fitness check before they're allowed to wear one because it regulates the breathing, and it's like you have to be fit
Right.
to actually wear one. And I'm just like, well, Do I still want to buy a mask just for the?
Can you imagine if like Disneyland was ground zero for coronavirus in California? Because I remember a few months ago or like a year ago, something like that. There was some kid who went there who had like, was it the measles?
Oh yeah.
And everyone's like, oh my god! It's like, well, you're not vaccinating your kids.
Alex will often watch deaths at Disneyland videos. Like, have you ever seen those videos?
It's like dark Disneyland
I don't
history.
like the NSFL stuff.
Well, it
What's
wasn't
Not
like
safe for life.
I don't. What's
Death
that?
stuff. Like
Is that
there's
like
NSFW, not safe for work, and then there's NSFL.
Oh, I
which
don't-
is like deaths.
I
and
don't do
can't
the
that
dark
stuff.
web thing. Like I much
Oh,
prefer.
I didn't say
kittens
dark
and
web.
things.
I just talked about
Yeah,
people dying at Disneyland.
I don't need to see that.
Oh yeah, that's not very dark.
I do think I saw someone die at Disneyland though.
You saw someone die
Yeah,
at Disney.
I was next to him. Yeah.
what?
Wow.
What happened?
Yeah.
Oh, was that me when I killed someone at Disney?
No.
Oh,
That
Oh,
was a
that
different
guy you
time.
shot?
That was a different time.
No.
that wasn't.
I'll save that story for another.
What if my name was?
What if my name was Calzone Man?
What if my name was?
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 What if my name was? What if my name was Brittany?
See, some of the dumbest ones, like the dumbest ones are the best.
Okay. Dustin Ingram.
Oh yeah.
You're-
Yes.
Yeah, you're still here, right?
Yeah.
Back.
So I wanted to ask, do you have any new projects? Could there possibly be anything more that you're doing?
Well, Jonah, you're in luck. There's plenty.
Yes.
One, Watchmen already aired, and you can watch it on HBO now. The whole season.
Wow. If you haven't seen it, by the way, honestly, it really is an amazing series. Go check it out. I'm a big fan, and this guy's fantastic in it.
Thank you. That's so
What,
sweet.
what role do you play in Watchmen?
I play FBI agent Dale Peedy,
Dale Peedy, guys.
Mm.
and
Dale
maybe
Peedy.
another role. I don't know.
Huh?
And two, you can catch Good Trouble on Freeform on Wednesday nights. 3, you can catch The Magicians also on Wednesday nights on Sci-Fi. 4, I'm in a new show that's going to be
Whoa.
out on Amazon. We still don't have a date, called Utopia, written and all done. All done.
Written in
by the very talented Gillian Flynn, who wrote Gone Girl, Sharp Objects.
Hey,
Oh.
So that'll be out.
Gone
sometime
Girl.
this year.
What a movie.
Well done, Dustin.
Thank you.
This guy,
Working actor.
talented.
He's like the
motherfucker.
only one in LA who's working right now.
But I'm not right now. Those are all from last year.
It's like,
Well done.
hey, you know that it's a LA Times article. You know that guy in LA, that actor that's
That one that's working.
This is him.
This is him.
He's got a new show.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to the very popular game Name That Disease, which we first played with Kevin Fontaine. Actually made it up on the spot, but it swept the nation. People have just been emailing and writing and saying,
Spread like an
where
illness.
is Name That Disease?
It's
We
the
need
new
to see
carpool
it."
karaoke.
It's the new carpool karaoke. Okay. Are you ready
Yeah.
for
Oh.
another installment of Name That Disease?
Yeah.
The rules of the game are simple. You have one guess.
Mm-hmm.
If you guess wrong, you might die.
I mean, what?
I will list the symptoms. You will have one guess.
Okay.
Okay, come on.
The symptoms are as follows. Patients develop a sudden...
Oh, I thought you said patience.
Patience.
You become more.
The
it's
first
like,
symptoms
guys,
of
I
this
feel really
disease
calm today.
Super
is
patient.
complete patience.
This disease, yeah, is meditation.
Silence!
Sorry.
This is a serious matter. Patients develop sudden onset fever, headache, chills, and a weakness one and weakness, and one or more swollen, tender, and painful lymph node.
Keep talking.
Brackets called buboes. What? This form usually results from the bite of an infected flea. The bacteria multiply in the lymph node closest to where the bacteria
When do I
enter
guess?
the human body. Whenever you want,
Oh,
baby.
gosh.
I think I know.
Okay. Well, if it's from a flea, it can only be one thing.
If the patient is not treated with the appropriate antibiotics, the bacteria can spread to other parts of the body.
Muscular dystrophy.
Wank, wank, wank. It's wank, wank.
All right, can I have a guess?
Yes.
Malaria.
Hit it again.
Ooh, Alex?
All right, let me read the next.
Yeah.
Let me read the next
We're out.
few symptoms in a clue, in a way that might give you a clue.
Okay.
Extreme weakness and abdominal pain. Shock. And possibly bleeding into the skin and other organs. Oi! Don't you pour that piss on me, alright? I've been here and I'm dying. All my family's died.
I know it.
You fucking arsehole.
I know it.
What impression is that?
I know it.
Oi! I say don't throw your piss out the window.
I've got it.
All right, Alex, given that.
It's Alex's turn.
I know. I'm gonna. If he has a guess,
I was thinking, like, is it Lyme disease or something?
I got it now. Ready?
What was that impression, first of all?
I'll explain.
It's only the bloody plague.
Yeah.
It's the
I was
plague.
gonna say bubonic plague.
It's the bubonic plague.
I literally was gonna say bubonic plague.
I am not dead yet. I can dance and I can sing.
And the clue was that in London at that time, people would piss and shit in pots and chuck them out the window.
And everyone
Right.
was getting sick.
And it was the rats that did
Weird.
it. but-
Well,
yeah.
actually, no. Wasn't there a recent study that's said something to the effect of the rats not being the main
Oh,
culprit?
yeah, I
it
think I
had
did
something
see
to.
that.
It was just airborne. That's all it was.
or
You
the
mean-
fleas, or the flea was the thing, or the fleas,
The
were
fleas that
mosquitoes
jumped
were
from the
carrying it.
rats.
That was it.
To the people is what I read. Is like the fleas really spread the disease, and that was why the shit came into play, because people just threw their shit out the window and shit, and that's why there were so many fleas about, and like no one.
You know, I thought that was a normal activity. The plumbing
Yeah.
just shuts down in my house and just like, ugh.
Isn't it interesting to think though? Because when I think back to that time in London,
We're going through a type of plague. That's what it feels like.
whoa.
Yeah.
But what I was
With the bell, like, bring out your dead. Oh, that's probably really offensive.
What yeah, what?
Just like me wheeling a wooden car.
But that's what But actually, that goes hand in hand with
Thank
what I
you
was about to
very
say.
much. Thank you very much. That's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done.
No,
for
you need to
me.
go.
Seems a bit
You
bizarre.
know, what you need to say is
things
like
the way
when
they
the
are.
guy who was like, he goes, "I'm not dead yet. I'm not quite dead yet." And he goes, "No, shut up. Yes, you are." Because he's like, "You'll be gone in it. You'll be gone in it." No, I'm not. And they just knock him out and throw him on the thing.
What about that song? The actual phrase "a tissue" and "bless you"
Wait,
derives from the plague.
they didn't have that
saying
over here.
"bless you" when you sneeze derives from the plague, because if you were sneezing, they're like, "We're going to physically bless you because you're
I
going to
thought
die."
it was because when you sneezed, you gave an opportunity for ghosts, Satan's ghosts, to fly in through
Yeah,
your nose.
no, I thought it was the phrase "Gesundheit," bless you, came from the belief that, or the old European belief, German belief, whatnot, that part of your soul left your body when you sneezed.
I'm pretty sure it's from
something
the
like
plague.
that.
Well, we got taught in England that it was all linked to the plague.
Hey, you guys want to go get some burritos with some band-aids in them?
Yeah, let's go do that.
Thank you very much for coming on again, Dustin.
Oh,
you know
it
what?
was a
This week
joy.
you get a new title. You're a guest host this week.
What?
Because we had a guest, we had a special guest. So
Oh.
you were actually a guest host this
And
week.
maybe
Oh my God.
And you
Yeah.
can come and guest host anytime
you
you
can
want.
recur. We love you here.
Does my check?
You're gonna get a
increase
split
in
of that
value?
$1
Dude,
if you want.
All right,
Counts
thanks.
up.
But I mean, on the percentage of how many times you've been on, so it probably won't be a fourth. It'll probably be less than a fourth because
Oh,
you've only been on
shoot.
twice. So.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
on me.
And you have to pay for the water and
Okay.
so
we
actually,
take it out of that. Actually, you owe us
all
money.
these free Red Bulls, we're gonna
Okay.
pay for.
Yeah,
No
even though you
worries.
didn't, it's like a mini bar at a hotel. So even though we took them out and you said you didn't want any of them, we took them all out for you. So you have to cover
So
all
it
the
already
Red Bulls and
registered.
stuff.
Okay.
We bought the table specifically
Oh,
also, I have
shoot.
to pay for all of our medical bills now.
Oh boy.
Well,
Well,
that
hey,
thing you signed when you walked in.
listen.
Yeah.
This is the price you pay to be on the podcast.
I need a ride.
Did,
So
Pricey.
I did
Pricey
just receive a 24-cent check from a show I did when I was 13 years old.
Wow.
I got it.
Guys,
You're in
let's,
the money.
let's go to Dan Tana's.
Honey. I got a lot of what it takes to get along.
Oh, Dustin had a joke really quickly he wanted to end with, and it was
Oh, you know what they say about your embarrassing agoraphobic friend? You can't take them anywhere.
No, you need the.
I
That was
tried.
a good joke. Okay, hang on. Let's all say jokes to end it off. So, I went to the doctor the other day,
Oh boy.
and I said, "Sir, I have some symptoms, and I think they're consistent of diarrhea." And he said, "Well, does it run in your family?" And I said, "Well, it's in my genes."
Oh boy.
It runs in my genes.
Yeah, we got it.
It's all over my leg and ankle.
All right, Alex.
I was asking Christian about this the other day, like, and I'm curious what your opinion is on this. Instead of me telling a joke, at what
Funny
point,
joke.
At what point does it go from just you shitting, someone shitting, and then them shitting themselves? Do you shit yourself when your pants
When you've
are
got
on?
clothes on.
This was the
When you're
debate.
not- no, this is the
debate.
no,
Alex
no,
said, "What does define shitting yourself?"
Define
And I
shit
said,
like what if your pants are down but you shit on the floor? Have you shat yourself?
No,
You've just
you
that-
shat in a bad.
No,
Right,
This
right.
is what I argued. This is what I argued.
If it's involuntary,
This is my argument. If it's involuntary, the fact that you've managed to pull your pants down and save your pants doesn't mean you're not shitting yourself.
Yeah, it
but
does.
Yes,
shitting
it does.
yourself
No, it
Yes, it does.
Yes, it
shitting
does.
all of
No,
this.
the definition of shitting yourself is
Is there a
I am
definition?
shitting uncontrollably.
I'm
No.
gonna look up
No, I think you're shitting yourself if it's all over you because you didn't take your.
shitting oneself.
Shitting oneself.
Let's make it proper. This is a proper podcast.
Is the actually
not very good at
Merriam-Webster
this.
No, I'm
to
trying to remember
become,
what
to
they are.
become so afraid, surprised, worried that one defecates.
to become
Christian's right.
so afraid.
So fear is involved. There's an impetus.
It's like someone like asks you for their money at gunpoint and you go,
Can happen.
Don't take my money. I'm gonna shit myself.
Do you ever get the shit on like when you're nervous, like on a first date or before you're filming or an audition?
Yes. Yeah,
I
yeah.
get upset
I
stomach.
do. I get an upset stomach. What? I wonder if you could shit yourself defensively. Like if you are being mugged and you go, hang on, and you rip off your pants and you go, "Stop shitting yourself."
I
Minor
think
discomfort
Take my money.
in your upper
Take it out of my
chest.
shit.
Immediately assume it's a cardiac arrest.
Oh, doctor,
Please give me an answer. Got this pain in my left ball and I just know that it's cancer.
Know that it's cancer.
Now all of our doctors are feeling harassed, so this is probably our last pod.
Sounds like pneumonia.
Probably our last podcast.